My friends, welcome to this video. In this video, we're going to continue working on the 2007 Honda Pilot of mine. We're going to work on the quarter panel. In the previous video, if you haven't seen it yet, I keep saying we. I basically cut out all the rust spots of the outer metal and the inner metal, and I started building out the bottom or the inside of the wheel well. Got all that done, primered it, and then in this video I'm going to continue working on the outside of the metal, getting all that welded in, body filler and primer, and also I'm going to take care of the dog leg that's behind the rear passenger seat. Well, driver's side, left rear door. Along the rear wheel, there's this dog leg that's coming down, and it has rust on the bottom. So I'm going to be taking care of that. And then when I start primering it, I run into some issues with the primer. So that's going to be a little bit exciting for me, not so much for you. Anyway, take a look at this video. Please enjoy it, and leave me a like and comment if you want, and subscribe to the channel to follow this project. I still have, so I'm going to be doing this side of the left side of the car in this video. I'm going to be finishing it up, ready for paint pretty much, and then I'm going to flip the car around in the next video and do the other side. And so that's what's going on. Please enjoy. Here we go. It's ugly. I don't like it, but it's gonna have to do. I need to put some Bondo on there, fix all that underneath. Then I'm going to seam seal everything over here. I'm going to plug that hole and seam seal that. So get all that nice and seam sealed, and then I'm going to hold on. I'm gonna Bondo underneath, primer underneath and in here, and then I'm going to seam seal everything. Yeah, that's the way I'm gonna do it. All right, here's what I came up with. I got a piece of metal. It's just a scrap metal that I found on the floor here. So it goes to the left behind the wall of this hole, and then to the right. And then I got this corner bent and grabbed onto with some vice grips. And I made a little piece of hook metal that I hooked onto the vice grips, and then the bungee cord goes over there. So that's gonna hold it in place while I seam seal this area. And then when it's dry or cured or what have you, I will bend that hooky thing up, or maybe I'll just grind it off because I don't want to dislodge it. And then I'm gonna fill the rest of this with seam sealer and seal all this whole hole. And then back here, I already told you what I'm gonna do. First, I'm gonna do the body work on the outside. Okay, so my camera memory card has went kaput, so I can't have it tape me work. So I'm gonna have to just piecemeal you the work that I have already done. And so, like I said, I cut it right there, and I repositioned this piece that way, this way, and then I re-welded that right there, so that way it gives me a nice tab right there to put the clip. Also, this edge is perfectly positioned in where it needs to be. I need to chop this off a little bit from about here to right there, and then this is gonna be in the right position. And then I'm going to go ahead and grind this down because that's a little bit of primer there, and I'm going to spot weld this area. I'm gonna put a little more welds in here, and then I'm going to cut right there and this off right there. I'm gonna make this hole and make sure that clip goes in there, and then I'm going to start working on the outside. So I'm welding this piece in. Got little magnets holding it so it's level or straight with the surface, and I got a little piece of weld there and a little weld there to keep it in place. Now I'm gonna remove the magnets and continue welding it, and then once I put a couple of tacks up there, I'm gonna do one in there right there, and then I'm gonna tack on this bottom piece. All right, a little bit more progress here. As you can see, got the two pieces tacked in place. Now I'm going to tack this piece in. Well, here it is. I don't know if you can appreciate it in through the camera. But once it's all hooked in, the line is perfecto mundo. I need to beat it up a little bit right there, but I'm gonna put some Bondo on it and it'll be straight as an arrow. Anyway, I don't know if the camera doesn't really show it, but it's gonna look nice when it's done. I'm glad I know that everything underneath is super solid. I'm gonna clean it all out. I mean, I'm gonna seam seal it all and seal it so there's no water going in there, and we should be good to go. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and grind all this down. Well, actually, I'm gonna finish welding this a little bit at a time. I'm gonna do middles and then middles of middles and so on until everything's welded in. Got it all welded in and ground down. And it's ready for some Bondo here and some seam sealer here. I'm going to first primer this area, and then I'm going to seam seal it. Maybe, let me think here. No, I'm going to do the body work over here first. I'm gonna do the body work, and then I'm going to primer it, all of it, and then I'm going to seam seal this on top of the primer, and then I'm going to paint it all. And on the inside, I'm going to clean it up, and I'm going to primer it all really good, seam seal it, and then when it's all dry, I'm going to rubber coat, spray it. That's the plan. Okay, I'm glad this is moving forward. And I got a gnarly burn on my hand. It actually, a drop of a weld fell off and welded itself to my ring and kept burning me in one spot instead of falling off. That's the spot. Sorry, where the weld attached itself on the ring, you see? I scraped it off, but now I got a nice big burn on my finger. Also got some sparks that fell into my hand there. This is burning or hurting, but this doesn't. Okay, anyway, that's all we got. Next, we need to go buy some Bondo because I don't have any. Okay. Well, let me tell you something. When you're using what is it called? Polyester two-part primer, something that uses a hardener, you don't have that much time, especially in the heat that we have right now, probably about 90 degrees. Here's my gun. I had to take it all apart because the primer hardened inside it as I was using it. The biggest problem is this little tiny compressor I have. There's enough air in there, or CFM I should say. CFM or CMF? I think it's CFM. For about 4 squirts. You do 4 squirts and the pressure is gone. And then you're just working on subpar pressure. And then you have to stand there and wait for it to build up pressure again. And doing that takes time, which I did not have. So I barely saved my gun as it was hardening on the fly. As you can see, I had to pull out chunks out of the gun as I was cleaning it. This was my primer gun, and it's clean enough for me to use it for primer. There's still chunks in there, I can't get them out. Anyway, I was about to throw away this gun, but it's an Iwata. It's a good gun, just need to clean it. The reason I started using it for primer is because it's hard to adjust it. Whatever LPH 94, it doesn't adjust well. I don't know why, or maybe I don't know how to. Maybe this is supposed to be a knob, but it's just a plug. But basically I can't get a fan out of it. I can only get like a point and shoot. But also, yeah, I don't know. I know that I have this other gun, which is this is a SATA 2000 from the 2000s. I wouldn't be surprised if they released it in 2000. But anyway, this was a nice gun, and it's still a nice gun. It has a nice fan, it has good pressure. It's a perfect gun for painting, and that's what I use it for. But this one, I can't adjust it to my liking. So I've just been using it for primer, and I just about threw it away. So I didn't have to clean it, but you know what? I cleaned it anyway. Next time I need to use it for primer, if it's still working, I'm gonna continue using it. If it doesn't work because of this garbage in it, or if it's even worse, I'm just gonna toss it. I got this other gun. It's a Flex by Sharp. What model is this? Flex FX 3000 or 300. FX 300. It's supposed to be a good gun, but it needs cleaning as well. I got this for 20 bucks at a garage sale. Has a very nice cup. Something's wrong with this right here. The pin doesn't close all the way. Once I press it, it just stays there. So I need to do something over here, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna have time to do that. I might just get rid of that as well. Anyway, so here's what I did. Got this primered. Got 3 thick layers on there. I'll let it harden really well, and then I'm gonna sand it all down, and it should be good to go. I also primered it on the inside, and I'm going to seam seal it afterwards. I got this primered and everything down here. already showed you that. It's still hardening, still a little soft. So I'm gonna let that sit until Saturday. It's Thursday today. I'm just about done for the day. I'll let this harden until Saturday as well, and then I'll just get all of this done Saturday, get this sanded, seam sealed, and deal with all that, and get ready for paint. And then I'm gonna flip it around and work on the other side next week and do exactly the same thing except on this side. Yeah, look at that bumper. That is crazy. I'm gonna need to go get a new bumper subframe. Anyway, this is what I'm gonna have to deal with next week. Same exact thing. All right, got some seam sealer on that, and on this, sealing it all up nicely. And in here, we got some nice seam sealer all around all of this. Good coverage, all the seams are nice and protected. Now I'm gonna let it cure a few days, and then I'm going to spray it with some primer again, or maybe not. Maybe I'll just spray the rubberized spray on it and just protect it that way. Should be good to go. And then here's what we got going on over here. This is ready to prep for paint. Got a nice hole drilled over here for the clip, and it's all lining up beautifully. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. We finished up with the left side, got it all primered, and in the next video I'm going to be flipping the car around, working on the passenger side of the car, basically doing the same thing. Quarter panel rust spots need to be fixed pretty much the same way, and then there's a rust on the dog leg as well that I'm going to be taking care of. So please watch out for that video. It's coming up next week, probably on Sunday I'm going to post it. So thanks for watching. Again, please click like, leave me a comment, and subscribe to the channel to follow the project. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.